There's just one lane for both-way cars. This drive is insane. I can't believe we're inside the lava tube. Welcome to this ultimate episode where we're flipping the script on the iconic road to Hana in Maui, taking you on a reverse journey through secret spots and untold stories. Buckle up for hidden gems like this one and a heart-pounding adventure. Will I have the courage to cliff jump? Aloha, let's do this! Stick to the end of the episode to see if I have the courage to take the leap. There will be detailed tips on the best places to stop to eat. We're gonna explore a lava tube, go inside lava caves, and check out insane arch formations, and a visit to a breathtaking gulch. And yes, there's hiking in this episode too, with tips for some of the best hidden trails in Road to Hana. Plus waterfalls. We'll see a massive banyan tree, go through a magical bamboo forest, and even find holes in the wall that you can climb into. We'll visit a black sand beach, uncover secret historical spots, an abandoned pier. Did you know about these places? And the most magical stop of all, where you can see the iconic sea turtles. The first time I was here, I totally missed seeing them. I thought they were rocks. So stick to the end of this episode because it's filled with secret tips you wouldn't find on your own. Let's adventure, everyone! This is Maui season, episode 12. Most people do the road to Hana, just going to it and then turning around and coming back. Some people adventure and do all the way around road to Hana. But in this episode, I'm gonna share with you all the secrets to do the full reversed way to Hana. I've done it twice and this is definitely my favorite way to accomplish it. If you're just getting to this episode, welcome to the channel. I did the most incredible adventure of my life, traveling in a camper van for a full week in Maui, and I told those stories in this 12 episodes, and now I'm coming back sharing all the perfect tips to the road to Hana and the secret reversed way. Let's start with the apps that you need to have on your phone to be successful on your trip, because there's no cell phone signal in Road to Hana. You want to download Turo before your trip and rent your cars through this platform. I'm not getting anything to advertise them. I just have been to the islands 4 times, and every time I rent cars through them, never had an issue. You just have to research like you would if you're renting an Airbnb, and you're helping the locals that way. So we swapped the van into a small car. I really recommend the small car because the road to Hana is very tiny. The next best and essential tip for this travel is that you download Shaka Guide. Again, I'm not getting anything from this company, but this made my road to Hana quite an experience. You do not have cell phone signal, so even if you look at maps, first, you wouldn't know where to stop because just looking at maps, you don't know what those places look like, and most of them you would just drive by. But Shaka Guide gave me first a funny and good story to listen through my travels, plenty of options to stop that I could skip if I want to. So in this episode, I'm gonna show you all the best stops I've done with this app. Next, it's crucial you start this trip by getting gas on the entrance of the reverse way highway. And next, it's your turn to fill it up at Grandma's Coffee House. I had an amazing breakfast here and got a banana bread for the road. You notice the drive on this side to Road to Hana is just one lane for 2 cars going and coming. So you gotta be very careful when you need to pull over for other cars because you are at the edge of the cliff, my friends. But just driving safely and being cautious, I promise you, it is doable and it's an amazing drive. A lot of people avoid this direction to Hana because at some parts there's no paving, what I just mentioned about being one lane, but it is not that bad. Again, just being careful, you should be able to do this with no troubles. Our first stop is at the Manawai Nui Gulch, and please bear with me on my Hawaiian pronunciations through this episode. The point is to mention all the stops and make sure you get that in your list. Right after, we stopped at St. Joseph Church that was built in 1862 and was constructed using coral from the ocean, melted down to make cement. But the main goal this morning was to get to the other side of the Haleakala National Park since our ticket lasts 3 days And after the 2 days we spent camping in the volcano, it was time to come to the other side of the park and check this amazing hike. First, you should stop by the visitor center because there's so much history information here. You should definitely spend some time reading and learning about the culture and the history. And as equally important, read and respect the signs because every location around here, if you don't respect, can be very dangerous and ruin your trip. The trail I highly recommend doing here is called the Vai Trail, and you're gonna see many icons along the trail as the banyan tree. You're gonna walk along a massive bamboo forest, and if you make it to the end, you make it to the majestic Waimoko Falls. The whole Vai Trail is 4 miles round trip to get to the waterfalls and then walk back. There's a full episode with tips and all the adventures I went through in this hike, so if you want, go back to episode 10 to watch. So next we're gonna hit the road because there's a little stop before we get to the most exciting part of this episode in my opinion. For this stop to check the Wailua Falls, I recommend you pull the car to the side of the road if there's parking and come on this little hike. But it's a little dangerous due to the cliffs, so be careful. But you get to this beauty. You can even swim him a little bit if you have the time. This is what traffic in Hana looks like. And be attentive to not run over the chickens because they're all over this island. We've made it to the most exciting spot on the road to Hana, the Waioka Pond, also known as the Venus Pool, and if you have the courage, this, my friends, is where you can try cliff jumping. The access trail is on private land, but it's commonly used by visitors and even highlighted on the Shaka Guide app, so this is totally legal to do, and the app was what helped me discover this gem. You start with a short hike through a farm. Look for the cow gate and hop over it and follow the trail. The path will guide you to this majestic tidal pool surrounded by rocks and lush cliffs. It's a naturally formed swimming pool nestled between cliffs and rocks you have to climb back if you jump, and it's right by the ocean. If you're considering cliff jumping, I warn you, this is a deadly location. You have to check the weather as conditions can make this very risky depending on the tides and rainfall. Aloha, let's do this! Oh my god. For me, this was one of the most memorable experiences. I only did it because there was a local jumping there who told me all of these details I just shared with you, so I recommend just doing if you find somewhere there as well. After so much adrenaline, it's time to continue our drive and get some much needed, very famous food stop here, which is the Huli Huli Chicken, and you can enjoy the amazing views of the red sand beach. For a perfect reversed way to Hana, I strongly recommend that you stop at Hana, spend the night, and I found this amazing restaurant that I recommend you come have dinner. And of course, a traditional Mai Tai to close the night. Hana Bay Beach Park is a hidden gem that many overlook, but it holds a lot of history, especially with its pier. The pier was built in the 1920s and was originally used to transport sugar during the height of Maui's sugar industry. Make sure you check episode 11 because that's when we spend the entire episode exploring this location and Waimākapa State Park, which is where we're heading next. And I'll say, this park is the highlight of day 2 when driving back around the road to Hana. Let's talk about getting into Waimākapa State Park, one of Maui's most iconic stops. First, you must book your visit in advance. Reservations open up months ahead on the Hawaii State Park website, so be ready to grab your spot as soon as it drops. And during the first hours of the park, it's almost like you have it for yourself. What many don't realize is that you can book multiple time slots in one day. and that will give you more flexibility to explore this incredible location. This is the famous black sand beach you see all over the internet. There's so much to see and do here. There are several hiking trails, fascinating caves to explore, and even a cemetery with a rich, mysterious story. To make the most of your visit, I highly recommend checking out episode 11, where I share all the best tips for visiting via Napa Napa. This stop is definitely highlight of day 2, and trust me, you want every second to soak it all in. Our next stop on the road is just as iconic. It's the Hana lava tube, which is the largest and most accessible lava tube on Maui. It stretches out about 1/3 of a mile for visitors to explore, although the entire system is much longer. You'll be provided with a flashlight at the entrance to guide you through the dark, and you can find unique formations like lava stalagmites, the only known ones in Maui, and areas that resemble molten chocolate. Admission is about $15 and you can buy right there, and it is a fascinating stop to learn about Maui's volcanic history and geology. Our next stop is a quick one and highly recommended. It's called Coconut Glens for you to get some fresh coconut off the island.
No, you sure did not. You look better. Did you put coconuts in there? Like,
Thank you.
No, you don't. There you go.
And make sure to keep your eyes open for some very cute locals. The route is literally a hole on the wall. It's actually a cave that goes into a lava tube, and you can go in there and explore, but you need to have a flashlight for that. The app will mention several stops that you can pull over and enjoy the view, and here are some of them. And don't forget your banana bread when you're halfway out of Hana. Akianai Arboretum, it's a peaceful botanical garden showcasing plants from all over the world, including Maui's native species. It's an easy walk, perfect to stretch your leg, and make sure you keep an eye out for the stunning rainbow eucalyptus trees. Close to there is Kianai Beach. It offers dramatic and rugged shoreline with pools of water nestled along lava rock formations that are remnants of ancient volcanic activity. Our last major stop on this road to Hana is the famous Twin Falls. There's a convenient parking lot, and after entering you'll find a short hike to this first waterfall, and there's a longer trek to others, but since I spotted a "Beware of Boar" sign, I decided to keep it simple and enjoy the beauty of the first falls. We're wrapping up this episode at Ho'okipa Beach and Lookout, near the Lower Paia area. The first time I came here, a year before this one, I was searching for the famous sea turtles. But from the lookout, I thought the turtles were just rocks scattered at the far end of the beach. But once you drive down to the beach, park, and you walk all the way to that corner, you realize those rocks are actually the sea turtles coming ashore. It's such an amazing experience to watch them up and close and see their natural behavior. An unforgettable end to our reversed road to Hana adventure. At Mama's Fish House, one of Maui's most iconic and expensive restaurants. I just sat at the bar, had a drink, appetizer, and dessert, and this was my check. And it was still an amazing experience. Hope you enjoyed traveling road to Hana with me the reversed way and all the secret spots and tips I shared with you. Stay tuned for next week, where we're gonna take a look back on this entire season and get ready for what's next. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment of what would you like to see next.